second baseman was. Would have been the last one. Snyder. Brady Snyder. Number 11. Number 11.
Yeah. What jinx? What? I tweeted about it, I talked about it, and it's still happening. What jinx? Yeah, I don't believe in jinx. Exactly. It's gonna happen or it's not gonna happen.
I hope your kids are born naked, sir.
Do what?
I hope your kids are born naked.
Born naked? You're supposed to be born naked. Yeah, how are you? Good. Good going.
Did you do that?
I did not. That's him.
Oh, your dad got in there, didn't he?
Is that?
I'm gonna get everything straightened out here in a minute.
Yeah, well, I think we can hear it. I'm not hearing it through that.
I'll get it out later.
Okay. No,
I was just trying to get mine.
okay. I just wanted to make sure it was all good.
950. Jamie Turner is serving your automobile experience. Stop by and see him at 129 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Get to Jamie's Auto Sales.
Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Steve Martin support high school sports. Mickey and Steve offer insurance for property, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Phone 580-782-3827. Mangum Gift Company. Do not go research and serving maintain homes. Financial funding and solar in Greer County. Mangum Gift is proud to support high school athletics.
702-3490 or click and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stone cutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule.
Can you hear me?
Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma. Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum specializes in reliable used vehicles. Here are a couple of examples of what's on the lot right now. Check out this 2016 Chrysler Town & Country Touring Edition, fully loaded, or this 2013 Kia Soul Black with ebony cloth interior, automatic, power windows, locks, cruise, CD, great AC, 95,000 miles, only $69.50. Jamie Turner is serving your automobile experience. Stop by and see him at 129 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Get to Jamie's Auto Sales.
Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Steve Martin support high school sports. Mickey and Steve offer insurance for property, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Phone 580-782-3827. Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. The Hamburger Inn in Mangum used to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there. For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning. 799-5130, 799-5130.
The Mangum Star News has been serving Southwest Oklahoma since 1887. No wonder when folks want to know what's happening, they grab the Mangum Star News. Today, the paper is just as proud as ever to serve you online, in your mailbox, or at a store near you. The Mangum Star News.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway. Certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers
How about now?
lots of luck in today's
You hear me now?
game. Play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
For over 4 generations,
Can you hear me here?
develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stone cutters, layout artists, sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you.
Too much guy stuff
on Willis Granite Products with locations in City and
Good here?
Stillwater.
Okay.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit WOSC.edu.
Netting, I can't do that.
333 Dental Care is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank. With the FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
By the Mangum Tigers CJ's Tiger Specialty Store. Find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Green will design something especially for your groups. Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma. Travis Septic Tank Service. At 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, "Go Mangum Tigers." The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are 1 town, 1 school, and 1 family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum specializes in reliable used vehicles. Here are a couple of examples of what's on the lot right now. Check out this 2016 Chrysler Town & Country Touring Edition, fully loaded, or this 2013 Kia Soul Black with ebony cloth interior, automatic, power windows, locks, cruise, CD, great AC, 95,000 miles, only $69.50. Jamie Turner is serving your automobile experience. Stop by and see him at 129 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Get to Jamie's Auto Sales.
Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Steve Martin support high school sports. Mickey and Steve offer insurance for property, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Phone 580-782-3827. Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there. For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
The Mangum Star News has been serving Southwest Oklahoma since 1887. No wonder when folks want to know what's happening, they grab the Mangum Star News. Today, the paper is just as proud as ever to serve you online, in your mailbox, or at a store near you. The Mangum Star News.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Well, hi again, everyone. Welcome to baseball on Classic Hits 97.7 as we get ready for quarterfinal Thursday here on Championship Radio. Mangum Tigers getting ready to take on Latta in the final quarterfinal ball game of the day as we've got one more ticket to be punched. The winner will take on Silo tomorrow afternoon in a ball game that is set to get underway at about 1:30. Earlier, Silo moved at 32-0 on the year as they knocked off Hartshorn. Final score there was 7-1. Silo wins it. They advance. Also advancing earlier today, Dale shutting out Christian Heritage 11-0. Dale will take on Oaktahaw. Oaktahaw beating Wellston by a final of 9-1. So as we mentioned, 3 of the 4 slots filled as we get ready for our 4th and final ball game of quarterfinal Thursday. And it is a Latta team that if you listen to Chad Fox last week, well, actually it was this week, wasn't it? On Monday and Tuesday from over at Latta as Hobart played in that regional. You are familiar with that ball club. So this ought to be a good one. We need to say hello to Jill Travis Nippert and Michelle Boyce Shoemaker. They're watching back at home. Also, Brad Gilbert is watching as well. So good to have you folks alongside. And we would anticipate that the viewing audience would get larger as the ball game progresses. Now, I want to remind folks that are live streaming, okay? The OSSAA has an agreement with other companies to do the video streaming, and that's why we only have audio for you, whether it's on the radio or it's on our Facebook page or on oksports.tv. But it's a lovely graphic that our own Shelley Fox has put together. And then Dylan Fox is going to be keeping balls and strikes for you in addition to the score and the inning as well. So they finished early that ball game between Oaktahaw and Wellston, and we're actually ahead of schedule in anticipation of this matchup between Latta and the Mangum Tigers. It is anything but baseball weather here this afternoon and this evening. I think I heard them talking that right now it may be about 54, 55 degrees here in Shawnee, and the wind chill expected to drop down into the 40s before all is said and done. You look in the crowd and you see folks huddled up in blankets and hoodies and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, it's that kind of afternoon and evening. It's 51, actually. 51 going to drop down to 44. Tomorrow looks to be good, 64 for a high. And then on Saturday, boy, it looks iffy. Championship Saturday, 70% chance of rain here in the Shawnee area before 1 o'clock. And there had been some talk inside the press box about maybe playing both the semifinals and the championship tomorrow. But as things stand now, they will just go on a day-by-day basis. So we have kind of set the stage for you as we get ready for quarterfinal Thursday here on a Championship Radio and Championship live streaming. Can we say that? Is that all right? Is that good? I will tell you that it is a marvelous facility here in Shawnee. It's been an eon since I was last here. In fact, I was doing Altus Bulldog baseball the last time I was here. There was no press box. You sat in the stands, kind of like Harry Carey out in center field at Wrigley Field, and there is a nice press box. And let me just say this about that. We're glad that there's a press box this evening because we would be outside freezing our tuchus off if there were no press box. We will take a timeout, come back, and get ready for the starting lineups of the first pitch. We've got Latta and Mangum coming up right here on Classic Hits 97.7.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stone cutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
Starting laps being introduced here as we get set for Latta and Mangum in a quarterfinal matchup here in Shawnee. And Mangum is going to be the visitors here this evening. They are on the first base side, and we've got to paint those pictures for them, Dylan, because they don't have the video. They are on the first base dugout. Latta will be on the third base dugout. Latta in their home yellow tops with the white pinstripe bottoms and black, and kind of look like a Pittsburgh Steeler look, if you will. Meantime, Mangum will be in their black uniforms with the orange outline and the white pants. When last we saw Mangum, they were playing Saturday afternoon over at Western Oklahoma State College, and they were victorious 12-0. Colton Laughlin throwing a masterful, perfect game. He faced 15 batters and retired all 15 on the way to that win. So it'll be interesting to see if he can pick up where he left off on Saturday afternoon. Jennifer Reisner says, let's go Tigers. Rafe Hall over at Duke, he's watching the broadcast. Shayla Knight Willis says, let's go Tigers. Vanita Lanning, go Tigers. Wish the weather had been warmer. Would love to have been there. Well, no, you wouldn't unless you're inside with Dylan and I. Then you would love to be here. Hallie Gail Pineda is watching as well. Good to have you folks alongside as we get ready for baseball here in Shawnee. We can tell you that this is a big ballpark. 350 down the line in left field, 310 down the right field line, 375 to straightaway center, and a fence out there that is every bit of probably 18, 20 feet tall. So you're going to have to be a man to hit one out to center field and get it over that fence. 380 in the power alley and left. And what do the numbers say there, Dylan? Can you see them? 346? Is that what you got? 346. The power alley in right center. We talked about that weather a moment ago. Wind, in addition to it being cold and cloudy, wind is blowing, and it is pushing towards the right field foul pole. So it will be difficult to get balls over, I would think, the outfielders' heads, unless, of course, they play terribly shallow. Grass infield, dirt through the infield positions, if you will. So it is just absolutely pristine. Certainly not baseball weather. The football stadium nearby, this is football weather, no doubt about it. But lots of hardy folks from Latta and from Mangum getting ready to check this one out. Also, we will say this about that. We know that there are folks in and around the Latta and Ada areas that are checking out the broadcast as well. Deanne sending a message to those folks over there yesterday afternoon. They kind of found out about Classic Hits 97.7 and OKSports.tv. Remember when Vanasse was playing in the state basketball, and they were matched up with a couple of teams that we were covering. So good to have you folks alongside as well, and we look forward to your comments on the Facebook page as well. Charlie Patrick says, let's go, boys. Get that state title. Well, one of these two teams is 3 victories away from securing that state title. We'll take another timeout. We've got the starting lineups of the opening pitch coming up. It's quarterfinal Thursday. Latta, Mangum, Classic Hits, 97.7.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Welcome back, and Raymond Panetta says, let's go get them. Also, Denise York, let's go Mangum Tigers, and she actually has Tiger graphics on that. I like that. That's some quality stuff there. Mangum, as we mentioned, will be the visitors here this afternoon and this evening. And the starting lineup for Mangum, 31-4 on the year, will include Brett Perry, Henry Lopez, and Sean Booth. Those are numbers 1, 2, and 3. The middle third, Jet McAlexander, Jalen Warner, and Colton Laughlin. And in the bottom third, Brooks Cross, Leighton Ketchum, Skyler Scott will be the designated hitter, and he will bat ninth. So it's Perry, Lopez, and Booth, McAlexander, Warner, and Laughlin, Cross, Ketchum, and Scott, the batting order for the Mangum Tigers. Meantime, Latta coming in with a record of 19-9, and their defensive lineup will look like this. They will have Randus Gray on the bump. His battery mate is Jerome Johnston. Creed Humphrey is over at first. Braden Schroeder at second. Tucker Abney is the third baseman. Dawson Dansby, the shortstop. In the outfield from left to right, Carmen Estep, Rylan Reed, and Zach Bird. And Latta and Mangum ready to get this thing underway. And again, a long delay in between ball games because, the other games were kind of blowouts, and they got through them rather quickly. So there you have it as we get ready for this one to get underway. One more timeout, and we get ready. It's Mangum and Latta, the 2A quarterfinal matchup. Final one of the day from Shawnee. Classic Hits 97.7.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Get you caught up on some other baseball scores. 6A, it's Stillwater beating Norman North by a final score of 6-2. And 5A, Collinsville in front of MacArthur. And I looked at this, it said the fourth, and I thought we were talking about a football score. Collinsville 13, Mac nothing. That is in the fourth inning. Yikes. Elsewhere, it was Pryor beating Piedmont by a final score of 4-2. Kingston over Jones 5-3. Jinx shutting out Westmore 1-0. And Marlow advances to the semifinal. They beat Lincoln Christian 12-5. Carl Albert shutting out Claremore 14-0. And it was Broken Arrow over Deer Creek 2-1. Meantime, here at the 2A tournament, if you're just tuning in, shame on you. You've missed an exciting pregame show. Silo, the number one team in the state, 32-0 now, and so they beat Hartshorn by a final score of 7-1. The first game of the day went to Dale, run-rolling Christian Heritage, winning that one by a final of 11-0. And it was Oaktahaw beating Wellston 9-1. So tomorrow at 11, the first game of the day will be Oaktahaw and Dale, and then that will be followed up by Silo taking on the winner of this one in a ball game that is set for 1:30, and I thought it was 2:30. Dylan corrected me, as he often does, and told me, no, old man, it is 11:30. Sun beginning to come out just a little bit. Well, Holly Gale Pineda tuning in late. Honey, it's the live stream on radio and on the internet. You got both of them, okay? You can live stream. We just don't have any video because of contractual agreements between the OSSAA and other video companies. Dustin and Christina Locklear say, good luck, Tigers. Elaine Mills-Smith says, let's go, Mangum Tigers. And Jill Travis Nippert says the same thing. All right, here we go. First pitch set to get underway. It'll be Brett Perry, the big left-hander, leading it off for Mangum. And he will face Randis Gray. And we are moments, seconds, anticipating the first pitch, and here it is, a cold strike. It'll be 0-1 on Perry. A little bit of a surprise. You look over there at third base, Dawson Dansby in on the grass. Brett Perry is not going to bunt a baseball. Take that one to the bank. 0-1 pitch here. Perry, ground ball foul, 0-2 on Brett. Perry inserted in that lineup spot for the Tigers, and he has responded well, getting those extra at-bats. Down to the count here, 0-2. Pitch on the way, and it is down to the dirt, 1-2. Randis Gray's battery mate, Jaron Johnston. And look at the outfield. Carmen Estep, relatively deep in left field with the way the wind is blowing. 1-2 pitch on the way here. Curveball a little bit high. 2-2. Perry patient there. I'm hacking at that one. Mangum 1-1 versus top 5 teams on the season, 4-2 against top 10 teams, and 13-4 against top 20 teams. As Brett takes a swing and a miss, and he has gone on strikes. Brett Perry, the first out of the ball game, striking out. One down now for Henry Lopez. Lopez playing third base for Mangum here this afternoon and this evening. It'll be a while before the lights come on, but a gray evening, so they probably will crank those up sooner than normal. Little ground ball on the first pitch towards the shortstop. Dawson will set, fire, and get Lopez by a step at first base for out number 2. So Dawson Dansby, rather confident in his arm. I mean, it was a little bit of a slow roller. Dansby got there, took a little hop, and then fired a rocket over to first base to Humphrey for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for Mangum in the first. And here is Sean Booth. Booth has been absolutely on fire the last 6-8 weeks of the season. A lot of first pitch swingings for Sean. Let's see what he does here against Gray. And gets hit by pitch. How about that? So Sean hit by a pitch. We saw that on Saturday as well. Let's see if they put a courtesy runner in for him. Jet McAlexander will step in. And nope, Sean going to run for himself. Wow. And you got to love the humor of the PA guy. Booth gets hit by a pitch, so we then, of course, crank up Pat Benatar and hit me with your best shot. There you go. And now we do get a courtesy runner. It'll be Jordan Patrick. By the way, just for Dylan Fox, remember you can hear music like Hit Me With Your Best Shot with Michael in the Morning, alive from Studio B, 6 to 9, right here on Classic Hits 97.7. Got to get those free plugs in for me anytime I can. Mangum on the season, 6-3 against Class B teams. They lost 4 ball games and 3 of them against Class B squads. So here's McAlexander, runner aboard, 2 gone. McAlexander first pitch swinging towards third, picked up by Abney. Tucker will throw, and the inning will come to an end. So Mangum comes up empty in their half of inning number 1. No runs, no hits. There was a hit batter. No errors, and a runner left on board. We played a half inning. It's Mangum nothing. Latta coming to bat on Classic Hits 97.7.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma. Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, "Go Mangum Tigers." The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
Well, for those of you who have not gotten the memo and weren't aware of it, there is no video. The live stream will only be audio. We'll have graphics for you with the strike, the pitch count, and also the number of outs in the score. But that is all you're going to get. We cannot bring you the live video, okay? So, Shayla Knight Willis, it's just audio that you're going to get. Andy Self-Poulin, by the way, says, let's go Latta. So we got a Latta listener. Michelle Boyce Shoemaker is watching. Her daughter, Kristen Shoemaker, the head coach of the Navajo Lady Indian softball team, won a state championship on Tuesday, winning 3 games in a row over there at the Fire Lake Fields right here in Shawnee. So congratulations to the Lady Indians. All right, here we go. It'll be Ryland Reed, Jaron Johnston, and Randus Gray due up for Latta in their half of the first. That's the top third of the order. Darren Van Atten, Dawson Dansby, and Tucker Abney. Our numbers 4, 5, and 6. Creed Humphrey, Zach Bird, and Carmen Estep, 7, 8, and 9. So it's Reed, Johnston, and Gray, Van Atten, Dansby, and Abney, Humphrey, Bird, and Estep for this group from Latta. They'll be facing Colton Laughlin. Laughlin on Saturday. The perfect game in 5 innings, won by Mangum 12-0. As Laughlin faced 15 batters and sat down all 15. His catcher is Sean Booth over at first base, Brooks Cross. The second baseman is Luke Rogers. Over at third, you will find Henry Lopez, the shortstop, Jet McAlexander. And the outfield from left to right, Jalen Warner, Brett Perry, and Leighton Ketchum. So a left-handed batter leading it off here. Ryland Reed is the center fielder, and you just kind of look at Ryland and you can tell he can run. Got to be careful over at third base, and Lopez comes in on the grass. First pitch upstairs for a ball, and it's 1-0 on Reed. So again, Mangum, rather just a pedestrian win Saturday to win the regional title. Pitch downstairs, 2-0 now on Reed. Down in the count is Laughlin. Sandy Payne says, go Tigers. I'll tell you how cold it is. The umpire behind home plate is wearing gloves. By the way, today's the 9th day of May, in case you had lost track. 2-0 pitch, ticked foul, and the count now 2-1 on Reed. One of those afternoon and evenings that, boy, if you're Sean Booth behind home plate and you get a tick foul and it hits you, it's going to hurt until next week. Wind blowing hard towards the right field corner. Pitch a little bit outside for a ball. Laughlin couldn't get the call on the outer half, and it's 3-1 now on Reed. 3-1 offering on the way here. Oh, inside out swing, line shot right at Henry, and Lopez will make the play at third base. Well, an inside out swing there by Reed, tried to go the other way, and a good job defensively by Henry Lopez to just stay on the baseball and catch it for out number one. So hit hard, but now that's 16 in a row retired by Laughlin. See, I probably jinxed him. We didn't talk about it all day Saturday. It worked, and now I've probably jinxed him. First pitch swinging, and late on the fastball is Johnston. It's into the Mangum dugout, 0-1 on Jaron. Johnston, the catcher. When you look at him from this distance, he is not the quintessential body of a catcher like Sean Booth. 0-1 pitch on the way here. Curveball, taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. Good movement on that pitch for Laughlin. Again, with the wind blowing across and somewhat at his back, he won't get as much movement, although got it right there, and Johnston will strike out looking on 3 pitches. Can I help you, Mr. Johnston? No, thanks. Just looking. 2 gone now for Latta in their half of inning number 1. Randis Gray now, the opposite number of Laughlin, an opportunity to help himself here. By the way, we are doing a game. I know it sounds quiet, but we are in a booth that is sealed up, and there's a single in the right field by Gray, and there will be no perfect game here tonight. So Randis Gray going the opposite way, solid single to right field, a runner aboard with 2 gone. See if they get a courtesy runner for Gray. So Mangum got a runner aboard with 2 gone in the first. Couldn't do anything with it. Gray aboard here with 2 gone, and we will get a courtesy runner. Although he is not on the roster that Chad Fox gave me from last week, or earlier this week. Well, there you go. Cooper Hamilton, I am told, will be the courtesy runner. So Hamilton over at first, 2 gone here in the first. Let's see if Mangum can get out of this. Darren Van Atten, the designated hitter, will step in. Oh, I tell you what, Hamilton nearly got himself picked off. Woo! Cooper was taking a little nap over there at first base, and Laughlin with a quick throw, and Cooper got in just ahead of the tag of Brooks Cross. Pitch down in the dirt, smothered by Booth. And it's 1-0 on Derek Van Atten. Oh, I always talk about guys that play on the middle part of the infield, and then they pitch. They got that good footwork from being a shortstop or a second baseman, and it translates to good footwork on the mound as well. There's another pitch in the dirt, and sliding in safely to scoring position is Hamilton, the courtesy runner. That'll be a wild pitch in the dirt that Booth could not find. And now a runner in scoring position, 2-0 count on Van Atten. Perry creeping in from center field. Outside with a fastball, 3-0 now. Again, we talk about how big this field is. We thought the field Saturday at Western Oklahoma State College was big. This dwarfs it. Wind now really beginning to howl, and at times blowing straight in from center field. You would think it would be a day where you'd not see a lot of runs, but you look at some of the other ball games, and there have been some runs scored always by the winning team, many more than by the losing team. There's a pitch for a strike, and it's 3-1. Kind of sounded like Harry Carey trying to describe that to you. So instead, just tell you that you look at 7-1, 9-1, 11-0. Okay, now you understand what I was trying to say. 3-1 offering on the way here from Laughlin. Popped up in the air. Perry drifting over to right center. Brett still drifting, and now has to turn on the jets to go get it and make the out. So the inning will come to a close with no damage, no runs, a hit, no errors, a runner left on board. We've played 1, and there is no score. Mangum and Latta, Classic Hits, 97.7.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from. But choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Well, checking the Facebook page, let's see. We've got Chris Wynn says, let's go Mangum. I can't do that many O's, Chris. I'm sorry. Debbie Delahunty Davis, let's bring it home Tigers. And Josh and Dusty Ellison, here we go, Mangum. So here we go, the top half of inning number 2, and set to come to the plate for the Tigers. It'll be Jalen Warner, Colton Laughlin, and Brooks Cross. Mangum, a base runner in the top of the first inning, couldn't do anything with it. And also getting a base runner in that first inning, Latta, but they too left the runner stranded. First pitch swinging, Warner behind the net, out into the parking lot. And with the way the wind is blowing, those balls that carry into the parking lot may conk someone on the head. I know, because as I was walking into the facility about an hour and a half ago, I nearly took one upside the head. 0-1 pitch down in the dirt, and count level on Jalen at 1-1. Warner is just one of those kids that we enjoy watching. He just has fun. He understands it's a game after all. 1-1 pitch on the way here. Taken for a strike. It's 1-2. Boy, that good pitch there. I think I'm sitting all over that one. So 1-2 on Warner. He'll have to shorten up now, try to put something in play. Gray gets the sign and his 1-2 offering on the way. Outside, 2-2. Johnston tried to frame it. Couldn't get the call. Final game of the day here in Shawnee. 2-2 offering on the way. Little nubber back to Gray underneath his glove. Picked up by Schroeder, but he won't be able to make a play, and it's an infield single for Jalen Warner. Well, Warner did a good job of just fighting one off the fist. Had a funky Cold Medina spin to it. And Randus Gray couldn't get a glove on it. Got underneath his glove, and then it kind of died in that thick grass. And no play for Schroeder from second base. So a runner aboard now for Colton Laughlin. Laughlin, an opportunity to help himself right here. Tucker Abney in on the grass at third base, but again, I'm not sure that you're bunting here with Laughlin. First pitch on the way to Colton. Downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Not much of a lead over there for Warner, and I would suspect that that would remain the same. You don't go here. Not with a guy that, I shouldn't say that Warner doesn't run well, but he lifted and got really big for football season, and it may have affected his speed just a little bit. And runs could be at a premium here. I don't run myself out of a opportunity. Cold strike, and it's 1-1 on Laughlin. Talked about the dimensions of the outfield and how big the outfield is. A lot of room behind home plate as well, so ball gets by the catcher and gets to the screen. You turn and look at second base, you better pick up coach and find out if he wants you to go to third. And they'll throw over to first again. Chase Warner back to the bag, and Jalen in standing up. Top half of inning number 2, no score. Nobody out, a runner aboard for Mangum. 1-1 pitch on the way here. Called strike, and it's 1-2. So now Laughlin going to have to put a ball in play if he wants to help his own cause. 1-2 offering on the way. Warner short lead, pitch outside for a ball. And the count now 2-2. Well, Chris Thompson says that there's no video. They said it would be audio only. His screen is just black. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Laughlin gone on strikes. Second strikeout of the ball game for Randus Gray. One gone now for Brooks Cross. So we'll alert the executive producer about that. Says that there's no score or anything else. And I'm sitting right next to Dylan, and I know he's working it. So, Chris, we'll get on that for you. One gone now. Brooks Cross steps in. Saw Brooksy before the ball game. Said go out and have fun. Curveball, a little bit high. 1-0 to Cross. Big stage for Brooks, of course, coming from Blair this past season. Getting a chance to play football for the first time, and it's part of the basketball squad as well. 1-0 pitch on the way to the first baseman, taken for a strike, and it's 1-1 on Cross. Jalen Warner over at first base. He's there after a leadoff infield single. Now got to tie the shoe. Worth noting that they do have 2 umpires in the field. I heard Chad Fox talking about it earlier this week. Ball games that he was doing from Latta, and how not having a second umpire may have given an advantage to left-handed pitchers and whether they were making a balk move to first base or not. And it's not the case here. By the way, the lights have come on, and Shawnee. Pitch on the way to Cross. Brooks got just a piece of it, nubbed it foul back to the screen, and it's 1-2 on Cross. And it's just absolutely crazy to look in the stands and see people in hoodies and jackets and coats and blankets. There are some, though, that are walking around here in shorts, and we wonder about them. Quick toss over to first base, and again, just a step off the bag is Warner. It'll stay 1-2, and I'm one of those that anytime I can wear shorts, I'm going to. But as I left Altus at about 3, I said, no shorts today. A little curveball that hung up in the air, fly ball into short center field, and it will drop in front of Ryland Reed for a base hit. So a good piece of hitting there by Cross. He got the off-speed pitch and was out in front of it with the hand, or with the shoulders and the hips, but kept the hands back and just dropped it into center field for a base hit. And again, you see the effects of the wind there. Ryland Reed was playing shallow to begin with, and that ball just a dinker-dunker, but a base hit nonetheless. So here's Leighton Ketchum, the right fielder. Ketchum batting with 1 gone and runners at first and second here in inning number 2. Mangum trying to advance to the semifinals tomorrow against Silo. First pitch all the way to Ketchum late on that one, and it's 0-1 on Leighton. Skyler Scott, the designated hitter, waiting in the on-deck circle. Out at second base, you'll find Jalen Warner. Crosses at first. 0-1 pitch all the way to Ketchum. Cold strike 2, and it's 0-2 on Leighton. Creed Humphrey not holding Brooks Cross on the bag at first base, and so Cross getting a couple of extra steps if Ketchum can put it in play somewhere. He's down to the count here, though. 0-2. Gray, methodical. Fastball outside, 1-2. Try to get Ketchum to chase, and he wouldn't do it. One-two offering now on the way from Randus Gray, who has slowed down quite a bit with runners aboard. Foul down the right field line. 1-2 on Ketchum. And from here, you kind of watch and see if there's any cars that are going to get bashed by those foul balls. I'm not kidding you now. And the way the wind is blowing, it will carry them deep into the parking lot. I was walking along, and all of a sudden I hear go by me and then hit the asphalt. Low for a ball. Count now 2-2 on Ketchum. Mangum with runners at first and second. 1 gone. We play in inning number 2. And again, Gray has gotten very deliberate on the mound. The 2-2 pitch on the way here. Good piece of hitting there by Ketchum. Fouled it back to the screen. It'll stay 2-2. And Skyler Scott, who does everything for Mike Wynn's team, waiting in the on-deck circle. Mangum trying to turn the lineup over here in inning number 2. Get back to the top, and Brett Perry. Little ground ball off of home plate. It's foul, and the count will stay at 2-2. Well, that was another thing that we saw on Saturday. Of course, all the rainfall that we had, and even though it was an artificial surface over there at Western Oklahoma State College, it held a lot of water, and we saw a ton of balls that just kind of hit out in front of home plate and just died in the artificial grass. Ketchum trying to stay alive here. Fouled off some pretty good pitches. He and Gray in the middle of a good battle. 2-2 offering on the way from Randus. And Leighton will look at a fastball for a strike. And that is the second strikeout of the inning. And third of the ball game for Gray. 2 gone now for Skyler Scott.
How about DH number 6, Skyler Scott?
So Scott thrown into the DH role. We have seen him catch this year, pitch, play second base, sell popcorn in between ball games. DH here this afternoon. Batting with 2 gone in the second. And again, just looking for a way to get on board and give an opportunity for Brett Perry to hit here in the second. First pitch on the way to Scott. Fouled it down the right field line. Running out of room will be the first baseman. If anybody had been at the concession stand, they may have taken one on the noggin there. 0-1. Creed Humphrey, give him credit. He gave that a pretty good look. Ball kept pushing away from him, and he's like, fence? What fence? Creed's got some rocks in his pockets. He's not afraid to take on the fence. 0-1 now on Scott. Runners at first and second here in inning number 2. And I have no idea why pitchers do that. He turned around, Gray did, looked at second base, nobody covering, and his first baseman is 20 feet off the bag. There's a cold strike. 0-2 on Scott. I talk about it all the time, and I rail about it, but just go out there and get after it. Don't worry about those guys with the base paths. So the count now, 0-2 on Scott. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 of the inning comes to an end, and 3 strikeouts in the frame. 2 of them of the backwards K variety for Randis Gray. So Mangum will come up empty in their half of the second. No runs, couple of hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on board. We've played an inning and a half, and there is no score between Latta and Mangum on Classic Hits 97.7.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum specializes in reliable used vehicles. Here are a couple of examples of what's on the lot right now. Check out this 2016 Chrysler Town & Country Touring Edition, fully loaded, or this 2013 GMC Sierra SLE with leather interior, 4-door, 4-wheel drive, red with ebony leather, 95,000 miles, one owner, only $19,500. Jamie Turner is serving your automobile experience at 129 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum.
Welcome back as we get set for the bottom half of inning number 2. By the way, get you caught up on notes along the social media. B.R. Stover, K. Morgan Parsons, here it is. I don't know what that means, but we're passing along anyhow. Debbie Delahunty Davis says, mine's good, referring to the screen. Let's see. Chris Thompson says he can see it now. That's good. Shelley Marie checking in. She says, oh, yeah, Shelley, we work with her at the Department of Human Services Child Welfare Division. Thank you. That's why we do this at night, so we can do that job during the day and somehow keep our sanity. Michelle Rogers Huckabee, who celebrated her 912th birthday yesterday, is listening in. Stephanie Everett, have you announced the basketball playoffs at Apache the last 2 years? I have been there the last couple of years, yes. Now, I shouldn't say that. I should have asked, why are you asking, Stephanie Everett? Because if I did something bad, I'm not responsible, okay? Second inning underway here, and Colton Laughlin's first pitch to the leadoff batter, Dawson Dansby, is taken for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Dansby. He'll be followed by Tucker Abney and then Creed Humphrey. 0-1 offering on the way here, bounces in front of home plate, and that'll level the count at 1-1. Trevor Manuel says, I'm a Latta fan, but I love your play-by-play. Keep up the good work. You bet, Trevor. Thank you for passing that along, and we will do our lead devil best. Had a notion, should have swung at it, home plate umpire said. Dawson Dansby down in the count now, 1-2. He is the shortstop here this evening for Latta. Pitch on the way, off the fist, roll to McAlexander. Jet from his shortstop position makes a strong throw and gets the out. Number 1 in the inning. 6-3 if you're scoring along at home, or if you're like Keith Oberman and by yourself. Here's Tucker Abney. Abney, the third baseman for Latta, as we are scoreless. So let's see. Brian Reed checking it out. Brian, good to have you alongside. We appreciate you. Rylan Reed, by the way, is his nephew. All right. First pitch here. A little bit outside. Home plate umpire wanted to call a strike. Couldn't get it done. 1-0 on Tucker Abney. Our dear friend Richard Carney from the Mangum softball squad watching as well. There's a line shot right back at Laughlin. Nearly took his keister off, and that'll be a base hit to center field. Boy, Abney hit that one hard, and I'm not kidding you. It nearly caught the backside of Colton Laughlin. So a solid single to center for Abney. He's aboard for Creed Humphrey, the first baseman. Michelle Boyce Shoemaker loves some baseball, and indeed. Quick pass, quick throw over to first base, and getting back will be Creed Humphrey. By the way, I understand that they tell me that this stadium here was built back in the days of the WPA. Of course, we've got a lot of facilities like that in southwest Oklahoma. Hightower Memorial Stadium, the football stadium for Altus, for example. It's one of the reasons why it's so big. Guys had to work. You see that rock, and you see the rock that's here, and you can go to any place and see this kind of rock, and you know it was a WPA facility. 1-0 pitch on the way here to Creed Humphrey. Down in the dirt, gets all the way back to the screen. Booth got to go by, find it, does, and down to second base will be Tucker Abney. He's in scoring position with one gone here in the inning. Count now 2-0 on Creed Humphrey. If I said the name Bobby Bonds, would you make the connection? If you are a baseball fan, you should. He was the dad of Barry Bonds. Bobby Bonds, an accomplished major league player himself, and they say that there used to be a semi-pro team here in Shawnee, and actually Bobby Bonds played for that team and played here. Swing and a miss, well, maybe getting a piece of it, and apparently so was Humphrey as it hit off the glove of Booth, rolled away, and the umpire immediately said dead ball. So the count now 2-1 on Humphrey, runner in scoring position with one gone in the second. Mangum and Latta, the winner, advancing to the semifinals tomorrow afternoon. Pitch on the way here. Had a notion. Bounced in front of home plate. Now the runner going to go. Throw down. Not in time. Safe at third base. Count on Humphrey is 3-1. And another wild pitch. Thought maybe Booth was going to be able to get a chance to throw Abney out at third base, but the throw was on the third base side of the bag, and Abney did a good job of staying away from the tag. By the way, hello to Joe Everhart, tuned in Olustee, America. Go Mangum. Joe the cop over there, so you got to keep him happy. Mention him on the air. Pitch on the way here, fouled off the mask of Booth, and that'll run the count to 3-2. So the inning led off with a ground ball to McAlexander at shortstop, made an easy play. Then Abney ripped one up the middle and advanced to third on a couple of wild pitches. He's there now with a 3-2 count on Creed Humphrey here in inning number 2, and we have no score. Payoff pitch on the way, lifted into center field. Brett is there. That should be deep enough to score the run. Here comes the throw up the line, and scoring standing up from third base is Tucker Abney. So a sacrifice fly for Creed Humphrey. That'll be the second out of the inning. They give him an RBI, and Latta will score first. Zach Bird now will bat with the bases empty and 2 gone here in inning number 2. My darling daughter and my wife are at Hobby Lobby. I'm glad I closed that checking account. First pitch on the way here, outside for a ball. 1-0 on Zach Bird. Boy, if you're Colton Laughlin, you've got to bear down now and get the bottom third of the lineup here and not have any more runs scored against you. Pitch down low for a ball, 2-0. Again, you've got 2 outs. You're only down by a run. Shut the door here. Make them lead off with their 9th place hitter in the 3rd inning. Colton walking around the mound, trying to compose himself right now. Thrown a couple of pitches down in the dirt that Booth has not been able to corral, and it's led to a run. Swing and a miss here. Good pitch. Bird late on that off-speed pitch out over the outer half. Stephanie Everett, by the way, says, I'm the bookkeeper from Vanoss, and she spelled that for me so I'd say it correctly. I thought I recognized your voice. Well, that's better than recognizing me from being at the post office on the wanted bulletin board. Count on Bird, by the way, now 3-1, so Zach a pitch away from walking. Lifts this one into shallow right center field. That'll be a base hit, and the inning will continue. So a good piece of hitting there by Zach Bird. And give Latta credit. Their base hits have gone right back through the middle of the field, and they always teach you, hit them back where it came from. And Latta has done that here. So Carmen Estep, the left fielder, will step in. So Estep batting here, the ninth place hitter, with a runner aboard and 2 gone. 1 across so far for Latta. Laughlin got to get out of the inning here. Bunt attempt back to the screen, 0-1 on Estep. So I guess it's Cam Estep, or not Carmen. So Cam Estep at the plate. Booth going to go out and have a conversation with McLaughlin, or with Laughlin, and on that pitch a moment ago, Bird took second base. So he is in scoring position now with 2 gone. Count on Estep is 0-1. 0-1 pitch on the way. Lifted foul and out of play on the right side. 0-2 on Cam. Nothing ball game here in the bottom of the second inning. Runner at second base for Latta. The pitch on the way to Estep. Curveball, swing and a miss, and Laughlin will get out of the inning. But not before the first run of the game comes across home plate. 1 run in the inning, 1 run on a couple of hits. There was a sacrifice fly, no errors, and a runner left on base. We've played 2. It's Latta 1, Mangum nothing. More classic hits, 97.7.
Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
All right, here we go. The top half of inning number 3. Latta on top by a score of 1-0. Top of the lineup due up for Mangum. That'll be Brett Perry, Henry Lopez, and Sean Booth in inning number 3. By the way, Andy Self-Poulin said, "Way to go, Creed." Happy with that play. David Gordon, "Let's go Tigers." Carlos Martinez Peralta, "Let's go Mangum." And Bailey Bolin says, "Go Latta Panthers." All right, here's Perry. He did not look very comfortable his first time around against Randus Gray. In fact, Gray kind of made him look silly. Struck him out on a 2-2 pitch. See what Brett does here. First pitch all the way from Gray, a little bit outside for ball, and a count 1-0. And even though we're in the hermetically sealed bench booth, we can hear some of the Latta fans voice their displeasure with Ed Cole. 1-0 offering here. Little number towards second base. Schroeder will field from his knees, throw, and in time will get Brett by a step. So Perry running hard, the left-hander out of that side of the box, and made Schroeder make a play on him, but he got him by a step for out number 1. So 1 gone for Henry Lopez. Henry is 0 for 1. He grounded to short his first time around. 1-0 ball game. I think this is the first time. Did they actually have drums down there? The Latta fans, the kids, the student section? They got buckets, all right. Lopez looks at a pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. I don't know that I've ever been to a baseball game where they had buckets and drumsticks. I like it. 1-0 pitch, foul and out of play. They count 1-1. See if you get this one. They got drumsticks and buckets. They could be sponsored by KFC. But I'm pumped. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Yeah. They're out of business in Altus. 1-1 pitch on the way here. Outside for a ball. And a count 2-1. Sure, you give them a microphone, look what happens. 2-1 pitch all the way to Henry. Downstairs for a ball. Lopez ahead in the count, 3-1. Lopez can be selective here. Something you like, sit on it. If not, take ball 4. He does. Runner aboard here with 1 gone in inning number 3. That'll bring Sean Booth to the plate. Sean hit by a pitch his first time around. I haven't had the opportunity to talk to Sean about it, but when Sean was at Tipton winning the state championship 8-man football variety a couple of years ago, he was Sean Claude Booth, and then, of course, came to Mangum last year, his junior year, Sean Claude Booth. Now his senior year, he's just Sean Booth. Got to be a story there. Looks at a pitch downstairs. Oh, they called it a strike. It's 0-1 on Booth. Sean, we talked about his first time around, really has been hitting the ball well, seeing it well. Got an opportunity here with Lopez over at first. Down in the count here, 0-1. Quick throw over to first base, and Henry back. Sean has power to right center field, and there is a large gap between Bird in right and Reed in center. We talked about how big this field is. You can run for days if you can put one out there. Pitch outside. Count 1-1 on Sean. And that's the kind of pitch you're looking for. You get the idea that Latta probably trying to keep the ball away from Booth, not give him a chance to turn on it. And Sean can go with one. Again, they'll throw over to first base and chase Lopez back. We talk about the depth behind home plate and down the lines as well. There's a lot of room in foul territory if a ball gets by. 1-1 pitch on the way to Booth. Late swing. And it's 1-2. You better have your head on a swivel if you're inside the Mangum dugout. That took a big hop, went right in there. And again, Sean, he's got the same view I do. You can tell he's trying to go the other way. I mean, it is a huge, cavernous space between the center fielder and right fielder. 1-2 offering on the way to the Mangum catcher. Cold strike 3. He got fooled by that one. Booth was looking for something different than that. Got the off-speed pitch, and Uncle Charlie said, go sit down. That'll be the fourth strikeout of the ballgame, or fifth strikeout, actually, of the ballgame for Randis Gray. And 3 of the 5 strikeouts by Gray have been of the backwards K variety. He struck out Ketchum and Scott back-to-back to end inning number 2, and now Booth here in the third. So 2 gone for McAlexander. Jet had a notion, laid off the off-speed pitch, and it's 0-1. McAlexander 0 for 1 of the ballgame, grounded to short his first time around. Mangum trailing 1-0 as we play here in the top of the third inning. 2 gone, Lopez at first. McAlexander ducked away from that one. The home plate umpire ducked as well and called it a ball, 1-1. Hey, those guys are human too, and we have put that stuff on and sat behind home plate and been fooled by pitches as well, and sometimes it happens. There's a cold strike, and the count now 1-2 on McAlexander. Jet, I think he thought that was outside. So 1-2 on McAlexander. Just got to put something into play here. Lopez over at first. 1-2 pitch on the way. Jet, fly ball center field. Coming on is Reed. And the catch is made. Was that the Reed that made the catch? Or the shortstop actually battled the wind, and Dawson Dansby went out into short center field and made the catch. How about that? So the inning will come to an end. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a runner left on board. We played 2.5. And it's a 1-0 lead for Latta on Classic Hits 97.7.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Steve Martin support high school sports. Mickey and Steve offer insurance for property, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Phone 580-782-3827.
Well, being inside and not being able to hear the crack off the bat and being as far removed from the field as we are, plus that wind blowing in, that ball looked like it was hit hard by McAlexander. It didn't even get out of the dirt portion of the infield. It just simply died up there. And the shortstop, give him credit, Dansby went a long way to make the play for the final out of the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. Mangum down by a score of 1-0 and due up for the Panthers in their half of the inning. Top of the order, Rylan Reed, Jaron Johnston, and Randus Gray for the Panthers of Latta. Reed lined out to Lopez at third, his first time around. Little inside-out swing. Henry catch or be killed. Left-handed batter, and again, you just look at him and you know that he's fast enough to turn off the light and be in bed before it gets dark. Tried to bunt his way on board there. Ticked it foul, and it's 0-1 on Reed. The winner will play Silo tomorrow in a semifinal matchup set to get underway at 1:30. Silo advancing 7-1 earlier today over Hartshorn, and it was Oaktahaw beating Wellston 9-1. Dale shutting out Christian Heritage 11-0. Oaktahaw and Dale tomorrow morning at 11 in the first ball game. And now we have a discussion going on. Yes. The coach for Latta is, I don't know if he's questioning if maybe Reed got hit by it or if it was a strike or not. And again, Reed showed bunt. It looked like he bunted through it. I'm not so sure that it didn't even tick off his bat. Umpires, though, are having a discussion about it, and I believe it's going to remain a strike. Hey. All you can do is ask. So the count will say 0-1 on Rylan Reed, leadoff batter here in inning number 3 for Latta. They lead at 1-0. A 1 pitch from Laughlin. Upstairs, 1-1 on Reed. You can hear those buckets being drummed down below us and to our left. 2-1 now to Reed. Rylan, leadoff hitter, trying to get on board any way he can. Had a notion, laid off of it. Pitch inside for a ball. The count now 3-1 on Reed. You can tell by the body language of Colton Laughlin, he's getting a little bit frustrated. Feels like maybe he's getting squeezed there at home plate. 3-1 offering on the way here. Rolled foul on the first base side. Apparently it's a 2-2 count. And that previous pitch prior to the foul ball was a strike. So 2-2 offering on the way here. Ground ball to second. Rogers is there. Luke will flip the first for out number 1. So whatever the count was, it's a ground ball out 4-3. And the leadoff batter retired here in the third inning. That'll bring Jaron Johnston to the plate. Johnston 0-1. Struck out looking his first time around. Mangum and Latta hooked up in a good one. First pitch to Johnston, downstairs for a ball. And the count 1-0. 1-0 offering on the way from Laughlin. Downstairs for ball 2, 2-0. So the pitches that Colton has missed on this evening, they have been down low. A couple of them difficult for Booth to handle and has really led to that first run. Ground ball back to Laughlin. Colton will set, fire to first for out number 2. So a couple of ground ball outs to begin the third inning for Colton Laughlin. 2 up, 2 down now for Randus Gray. Gray got himself a single the first time around and was left stranded at second base. He is 1 for 1. We'll say hi to Veronica Lopez. Veronica, go Mangum, hashtag Lopez. I like that when you give yourself a hashtag. That's pretty good. Fly ball center field. Perry came in. Now going to go back, and it's over his head. Brett chases the ball down as Gray is headed towards second base, and he'll make it standing up. Well, we talked about how hard the wind is blowing, and we saw it at the end of the top half of inning number 3, a ball that simply died and never made it to the outfield when it looked like it was going to go there. So Perry takes the first step in and then suddenly has to circle the wagons and retreat, realizing the ball over his head. And Gray on board for the second time in his many trips. He's in scoring position with 2 gone. Darren Van Atten now will step in. Van Atten flying out to center field to end inning number 1. Runner at second base. 2 gone here in the third. Mangum down 1-0. Fourth place hitter for Latta. Laughlin's pitch hit hard but foul on the third base side, and it's 0-1 on Darren Van Atten. So a rather pedestrian beginning to the inning for Laughlin. Couple of ground ball outs. 1 to second, 1 right back to him. But then a shot into the wind in right center field and a double. Let's put Randus Gray in scoring position. Courtesy runner out there now for Gray. Pitch down in the dirt. That'll even the count at 1-1 on Van Atten. Dawson Dansby waiting in the on-deck circle. Mangum trying to shut the door here. Pitch upstairs for a ball. 2-1 on Van Atten. Designated hitter here for Latta. 2-1 offering on the way. Lifted high and foul on the right side. Watch yourself in the concession stand. And the count out 2-2. And here we talk about how hard the wind is blowing, but you get it up above the tree line and it really dances. Better have your head on a swivel. Otherwise, you may get it handed to you with a foul ball. 2-2 now. See if Laughlin can get out of the inning with no damage. Pitch on the way here. Line shot, base hit, left field. And they're going to send the runner. Throw cut off. McAlexander now going to throw home and not in time. And scoring will be the courtesy runner, the second run of the ball game. So an RBI single for Van Atten. That ball kind of ate up Jalen Warner out there at left field. Warner thought about coming in, then did a little Texas two-step, and the ball bounced in front of him, and he fielded it cleanly, but the ball was on his hip, but he really couldn't get himself into any kind of throwing position. Fired it into McAlexander, jet through home, but not nearly in time, and the second run of the ball game for Latta. They lead it now 2-0. Say hi to Katie Bowen Carney checking us out on Facebook Live at oksports.tv. Always one of our favorites. Half swing, foul on the right side. 0-1 on Dawson Dansby. Dansby 0 for 1, grounded to short, and inning ago. 2 runs across to the ball game now for Latta. He scored 1 in the second, 1 so far here in the third. And they lead 2-0. 2 gone. Curveball ticked foul. And the count 0-2 on Dansby. Let's see if Colton just can't shut the door right here. Runner at first base is Darren Van Atten, the designated hitter. Got a big lead over there. Pitch outside, 1-2 now on Dansby. Secondary lead for Van Atten. A good-sized lead. Fakes going. Ground ball into the Latta dugout. Foul. It'll stay 1-2 on Dawson Dansby. Again, you've got to be surprised Van Atten off for the pitch here. He's taking a big lead. The secondary lead is good as well. I don't know if you want to take the bat out of the hands, though, of Dawson Dansby. Dansby batting here with 2 gone in the third. Latta has scored their second run of the ballgame. Dansby down in the count 1-2. See if Colton Laughlin can't shut the door right now. 1-2 pitch on the way. A little bit low for a ball, 2-2. Laughlin, again, you talk about his body language. You can see the frustration. 2-2 pitch. Line shot left field, going back Warner, and it's over his head. Rounding second on his way to third will be Van Atten, and they'll throw behind the runner at second base, but sliding in safely is Dansby. Give him a double. And puts runners at second and third now with 2 gone for Latta. So a couple of times the wind has gotten to Mangum outfielders. And I believe they actually called that an error on Jalen Warner. So no double there. E7, the official score. Runners at first, or second and third rather now, for Latta. Pitch a little bit outside to Tucker Abney. 1-0. Abney single scored his first time around. Latta with 2 across, and they've got runners in scoring position with 2 gone here in the third. Downstairs for a ball, 2-0. And you wonder how much longer Mike Went will go with Colton Laughlin, although he's not pitched that badly. His defense has struggled behind him just a little bit here in this third inning of play. 2-0 pitch on the way. Cold strike, and it's 2-1 on Tucker Abney. Abney was taking all the way. Tucker not going to swing at anything until he saw a strike. Runner at third base is Van Atten. Dansby at second. 2 gone here in the third. Downstairs, blocked nicely by Booth. Tucker Abney ahead in the count 3-1. And maybe you're going to pitch carefully here with first base open. And big hitter behind him. Ground ball foul right side. It is 3-2 on Abney. Creed Humphrey waits in the undextertal. He had a sacrifice fly to relatively deep center field, and given the wind, got an RBI in the ball game. I don't know if you want to face him with the bases loaded and 2 gone. See if Laughlin can't shut the door right now on Abney. Payoff pitch on the way here. Cold strike 3. The inning will come to an end, but not before Latta picks up another run. As the Panthers get 1 run on a pair of hits, there was an error and 2 runners left on base. We have played 3. Latta with 2, Mangum with nothing. It's Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
By the way, Dylan Fox wanted Katie Bowen-Carney to know that his agent has contacted her agent, and they're negotiating a salary for next season. Apparently, Katie said that she wanted the same salary that Dylan was getting. I said, let's double it. I mean, come on. So they're trying to work that out right now as the 2018-19 season will end this weekend regardless of what happens here tonight. So here we go. Leading off here for the Tigers in their half of inning number 4. It will be Jalen Warner. He's followed by Colton Laughlin and Brooks Cross. The first pitch to Jalen. Fouled it out of play on the left side, 0-1. Mangum struggling a little bit in the outfield defensively. In that bottom half of inning number 3, it led to a run. And runs at a premium here tonight. Look out there, and it looks like a November night, not a May night. 0-1 pitch on the way to Warner. Downstairs for a ball. Count level at 1-1 on Jalen. He singled his first time around. It was left stranded at second base. Got himself a little infield single that went underneath the glove of Randus Gray. Gray painting the outer half of the plate, but not getting the call. 2-1 now on Warner. Gray's done a good job of keeping his infield involved. And a lot of times guys throw a bunch of pitches and out of the zone, whatnot, and folks tend to fall asleep on the infield, but that has not been the case here this afternoon, this evening. Gray does a good job. That one's fouled and out of play on the right side. Count now level on Warner at 2-2. One thing that we notice about Rand is he is pitching from the stretch, whether people are on base or not. And it's just kind of a new phenomenon when it comes to baseball. 2-2 pitch on the way from Gray to Warner. Downstairs for ball. 3-2 now on Jalen. It was, I mean, you just didn't hear of it. It just didn't happen back in the day. Of course, I realize back in the day for me was 4 decades ago, but anyhow, it's beside the point. Warner's run the count full now, 3-2 on Gray. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Jalen on board for the second time in the ball game. So the leadoff runner aboard here in inning number 4 for Mangum. Just the second walk of the ball game surrendered by Randis Gray. Colton Laughlin now will step in. Laughlin 0 for 1. He struck out his first time around. Gray kind of ate him up too. See if Colton can atone here. In on the grass at third base is Abney, anticipating a bunt. Colton shows bunt, pulls the bat back, takes it for a ball, the count 1-0. There's some hardy folks here. We talk about it being cold and windy, and we look around the stadium, and there's people sitting all the way up on the top row. And I would question that because the wind is just slapping you in the face. Get a conversation now on the bump as Latta going to come out and discuss things. We'll take a quick timeout. And we'll keep it right here as the discussion was short. Latta leading 2-0 in the 4th inning. Mangum with a runner aboard, and the coaching staff for Latta is kind of like, hey, look, we're winning here. It's cold. Let's throw strikes. Go back to the hotel. Of course, Latta may not be saying they may be hitting the road. Not that far away. So the count 1-0 now. They'll throw over to first base and chase Jalen back. Colton Laughlin. Tucker Abney over at third again, in on the grass. Middle part of the infield at double play depth. 1-0 pitch. Downstairs for a ball. 2-0 on Laughlin. Brooks Cross, who has singled in the ball game, waits in the on-deck circle. Been a rather short week for Latta. They're pitched to Laughlin, fouled and out of play back behind us. It's 2-1. Their regional got shoved all the way back until Monday. So they played Monday and Tuesday. Beat Hobart a couple of times to advance to the state tournament. Count 2-1 on Colton Laughlin. Jalen Warner over at first. Mangum looking for a run here in the inning. Colton shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a strike. 2-2 now on Laughlin. Colton's going to have to put something in play here. Warner over at first. Not a big lead. They'll chase him back nonetheless. And in fact, Jalen not far enough on the off the bag that he even has to dive back into it. He just simply took a couple of Mother May I steps and was right there. Laughlin now going to step out and try to break up the rhythm of Randis Gray. Mangum trying to get untracked here in inning number 4. Down 2-0. Warner stays put. A little ground ball towards second. Schroeder will bottle the ball, and everybody going to be safe, and that'll go down as E4. Now the ball high off the plate. Schroeder had to wait for it. And then also he had Warner flashing by. So that'll put runners at first and second out for Brooks Cross. Tough play, no doubt about it, for the second baseman, Braden Schroeder, but one that he should have at least gotten the out at first base. Patsy Burnham says, go Tigers. You got it, Patsy. That's something that we have not seen in a long time. Pitcher on base and putting on the jacket to stay warm. Laughlin has done that. Colton's at first, Jalen Warner at second. As we mentioned, Brooks Cross at the plate. He singled his first time around. Brooksy looking for another base knock here. Creed Humphrey, even with the grass over at first. Tucker Abney, same thing at third. And an off-speed cold strike on Brooks Cross. He's down in the count 0-1. Mangum had a couple of base runners in inning number 2. And they had one more in the third, 2 more here in the fourth, but haven't plated anybody yet. Pitch downstairs to Cross. And the count on Brooks now 1-1. Runners at first and second. Bottom third of the lineup for Mangum trying to produce here in the fourth inning. Pitch on the way. Brooks, high fly ball, right field, going back. Bird, still going back, and it's over his head and gone! A home run for Brooks Cross! Oh my goodness! Shut the front door, Fred. That ball got up in the jet stream, and Cross able to ride it out of here. And there are some stunned folks. We talk about how hard the wind is blowing, and it is pushing towards right field. And Brooks got it up in the air. The ball that started out in right center, and it just kept pushing towards that right field corner. Zach Bird kept going back, and suddenly it was gone, and Mangum leads it 3-2. How about that? So that's frustrating there for Randis Gray, as one of those runs unearned. So Cross, the 3-run home run. Mangum on top, 3-2. Leighton Ketchum looks at a pitch down low for a ball. And there's ball 2, 2-0 now on Ketchum. Still nobody out for Mangum. Ketchum late on that one, back to the screen. That'll make the count 2-1. Well, how about Brooks Cross? I'm telling you, I mean, he hit the ball well, but again, it started out in right center, and it just, I mean, if you ever play golf and you slice a shot, that's what that ball looked like. 2-1 pitch, and again, Ketchum late on it. It's 2-2. You hit a ball down the middle of the fairway, it just keeps drifting right, and gets in the junk or the pond or the trees, whatever is to the right. That ball just kept doing that for Brooks. And now Ketchum going to get hit by a pitch. Curveball that had no snap to it. Leighton, the second batter to be hit by a pitch here by Randis Gray. And that'll bring Scott to the plate. Again, keep in mind, nobody out here in this fourth inning. Mangum on top, 3-2. Scotter got to be trying to bunt his way on here, or at least advance the base runner by shortening up. Does show bunt out in front of home plate. It's a good one, and ball may have hit him. They'll throw down to second base, and the force out is there. Oh, my. Well, a good play there by the catcher, Jaron Johnston, as he fired it down to second base, and they get the force play. So that will be Leighton Ketchum retired on the rare 2-6 fielder's choice. Scott is at first with one gone, and back to the top, and Brett Perry. Perry had a notion late off the pitch down low, 1-0. Brett is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. Mangum with 3 across to the inning on a 3-run home run from Brooks Cross. Scott over at first. One gone. That one off the fist, rolled towards first, and a good job of covering the bag by Randis Gray as Creed Humphrey led him for out number 2. Advancing to second on the play is Scott. Good decision there by Humphrey as well to flip that to Gray as he covered. Otherwise, Perry would have beat him to the bag. So 3-1. Perry retiring for the third time in the ballgame, and here's Henry. Lopez 0 for 1. He grounded out and walked. Hits with a runner in scoring position now, and 2 gone in the fourth. Downstairs to Lopez, 1-0. Well, you got 3 and 4. Coming up, you'd love to keep the inning alive here. Henry Lopez any way he can. 1-0 pitch. Little ground ball towards third. That is a fair ball. Abney's throw not going to be made. Well, Abney apparently did not think that was a fair ball, but the umpire immediately came out behind home plate, signaled fair. There was no question about it. And Abney was looking right at him, never made a throw. So an infield single for Henry Lopez. So Lopez is at first. Scott is at second. And for the second time in the ball game, the coaching staff for Latta going to have a conversation with the umpires. But again, clearly the home plate umpire came out behind home plate, signaled fair ball. Abney just simply held on to it. I don't know that he would have gotten Lopez, but no throw was made, and Henry aboard for Sean Booth. Booth hit by a pitch and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Would love to find some grass here as Mangum has pushed across 3 in the inning. That was an unusual play there. Tucker Abney, I mean, he just thought all along it was a foul ball, apparently. Here's the pitch to Booth. Off-speed pitch, and Sean will take it for a strike. 0-1 now on Booth. Love to get inside the head there of Tucker Abney over at third base and wonder why he thought that was a foul ball. 0-1 pitch to Booth. Sean off the end of the bat, down the first baseman, picked up by Humphrey. He'll step on the bag for the third out of the inning. But not before Mangum will come up with 3 runs in the frame. The Tigers get 3 runs on a couple of hits. There was an error and a runner left on board. And after 3.5, Mangum on top, 3-2. Classic Hits, 97.7.
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
The Mangum Star News has been serving Southwest Oklahoma since 1887. No wonder when folks want to know what's happening, they grab the Mangum Star News. Today, the paper is just as proud as ever to serve you online, in your mailbox, or at a store near you. The Mangum Star News.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Well, we check the social media feed, and boy, there's some folks excited about Brooks Cross. 3-run home run. Debbie Delahunty Davis, way to go, Brooks. Haley Gale Panetta, yay, Brooks. Bernice Reeves, go, Brooks. Jennifer Reisner, yes. Chelsea Richardson, way to go, Brooks. Veronica Lopez, woohoo. Cheryl Lynn Vineyard, yay, Brooks. Heather Crabb Caskey, go Tigers. Carlos Martinez Peralta, come on, Skyler. And Jennifer Reisner, go Tigers. Big 3-run home run there by Brooks Cross in the top half of inning number 4. Mangum now is given Colt Laughlin his first lead of the ball game, 3-2. Again, Cross simply getting it up in the wind, so we know that the ball will get out of here. We talk about it's only 310 to right field, but we know that if you hit the ball with a inside-out swing and get that slicing action to it and have enough room, it will carry out of here. Brooks' dad, Jay, golf coach there in Mangum, so he understands that slice shot. Strong right hand gets to that. First pitch swinging here. A little ground ball to short by Creed Humphrey, and Humphrey will be thrown out by Chet McAlexander. 1 gone in the 4th. So 1 pitch and 1 out for Zach Bird. Bird singled his first time around. He's 1 for 1. 1 in the second, and then 1 in the third for this group from Latta. Mangum getting 3 in the 4th, and they lead 3-2. Pitch downstairs, gets to the screen. And it's 1-0 on Bird. Zach hit the ball hard right back through the middle of his first time around. And those balls that we have seen for base hits to center field, they always wind up in right because of the wind. Late on that fastball. Bird fooled. 1-1 on Zach. So Mangum trying to advance to that 1:30 semifinal matchup tomorrow afternoon, as they would do battle with Silo. Called strike, and it's 1-2 on Bird. One-two pitch on the way here, a little bit inside and low for a ball, and the count now 2-2 on Zach Bird. 2-2 pitch on the way here, downstairs for a ball, and the count now full, 3-2. So Laughlin facing the 8th place hitter with one gone here in the 4th and a 1-run lead. And again, bottom part of the order, you want to get out of it, not turn the lineup over. Called strike 3. Zach Bird, the second out of the inning. So Bird gone on strikes. Cam Estep now will step in. Estep struck out to end inning number 2. That strikeout, as we look back through the book, the 4th of the ball game now for Laughlin. Or 5th actually, and 3 of those have been of the caught-looking variety. Throws this one back to the screen. 1-0 on Estep. Struck out 1 in the 1st. Estep to end inning number 2. Struck out 1 in the 3rd. Now 1 here in the 4th. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball foul. And it's 1-1. So 4 strikeouts in the ball game for Laughlin and 2 of the caught-looking variety. On a chilly night in Shawnee. Cloudy, dank. You'd think that the fall harvest had just ended. Line shot over the glove of Lopez and into left field for a base hit. Henry, unhappy with himself, thought he should have been able to bring that one down, but Lopez went as high as he could, just off his glove and into left field for a base hit. So back to the top of the order will go Ryland Reed. Reed 0 for 2. He's lined to Lopez at 3rd and grounded to second baseman Luke Rogers. But again, they turn over the order, they being Latta. Back to the top we go. You got to make sure that you're facing Randus Gray, the 3rd place hitter with nobody on base. He's 2 for 2 and looked good at the plate both times. Pitch down low here to Reed. 1-0 on Ryland. Reed, the quintessential leadoff hitter, ran the count to 3-1 his first time around. Ran it full back in the 3rd. So he's seen a lot of pitches, and again, when you're a leadoff hitter, that's what you want to do. Pretty good lead over the first base for Estep. He'll stay put, pitch inside to Reed, and the count 2-0 now on Ryland. And again, you're Colton Laughlin trying to get out of the inning. Your club gave you the lead in the top half of the frame. You want to make sure it stays that way here in the bottom half. And they will chase the runner back, and Estep in ahead of the tag of Brooks Cross. I wouldn't think Estep would be running here. I don't think you take the bat out of the leadoff hitter's hands. Down by a run. Ground ball, base hit into right field. Estep will stay at second as Ryland Reed is on for the first time of the ball game. And that's why you don't send the runner. That's why you keep him over there at first base, as Estep was over at first, and Reed just simply pulled it into the gap between Rogers at second and Cross because he was covering first base. Normally that's a routine ground ball to Brooks, but because he is covering the runner, it turns out to be a base hit into right field. So here's Johnston. Jaron 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded back to Colton Laughlin. Colton would take either of those two right now. Pitch in the dirt, gets away from Booth, and the runners will advance 90 feet. And we have seen several pitches that were either pass balls or wild pitches that allowed runners to advance. And that was one right there that Sean knocked down, but it rolled away from him, and the runners advance. Count 1-0 on Johnston. He'll ask for time and get it here. Well, I talked about it. Man, Randus Gray winning the on-deck circle. Gray's got a single, double, scored a run. Don't want to face him with the bases loaded. Pitch inside, though, and the count 2-0 on Johnston. So Latta refusing to go quietly into the night. Trailing here in the fourth. Called strike, and it's 2-1 on Johnston. And with a one-run lead, you would much rather face Gray to begin the fifth inning than here in the fourth with the bases loaded. Little ground ball towards short. Jet will field, bobble, lose it, and everybody going to be safe. Run scores, we're tied at 3. So a slow roller to McAlexander. Jet had a hard time fielding it. They're going to call that an error. So E6 on Jet McAlexander. Ryland Reed to third as E-Step scored on the play. Johnson is at first. And well, here is Randus Gray. Gray, single, double. Batting with runners at first and third. His club tied at 3 and a chance to retake the lead. Well, again, you get the first 2 outs of the innings, numbers 7 and 8 in the order. But E-Step, a single, keeping the inning alive. Then a single by Ryland Reed. Error by Mangum. And a run is scored. Runners at first and third. So here's Gray. Let's see if they don't send Johnston from first base. Gray, first pitch swinging. That is a foul ball. Well, Gray looked like that went over the bag, but again, we immediately looked at the home plate umpire, and he called foul ball right away. So count 0-1 on Randus Gray. 3-3 as we play here in the fourth. Quarterfinal Thursday afternoon. It's turned into quarterfinal Thursday night. Panthers with runners at first and third, and here's the pitch to Gray. Off speed, taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. Good pitch there by Laughlin. Quick throw over first base, and not sure why, because standing on the bag was Johnston. See if Laughlin gets out of the inning here. No easy task. Pitch on the way to Gray. Outside, delayed steal. No throw. Johnston in scoring position with 2 gone. The count 1-2 on Randus Gray. I'm not so sure that I don't walk Gray at this point and take my chances with the next hitter. 2-2 pitch. Good cut, but fouled on the right side. And it'll stay 2-2 on Gray. Runners at second and third, 2 gone here in the fourth inning. After Mangum took a 3-2 lead in the top half of the frame, Latta has battled back to tie it. Trying to take the lead here. Little looping fly ball into shallow left field, but coming on to make the play for out number 3 is Jalen Warner. Warner had a good break on that one and able to track it down, but not before Latta ties the game. As the Panthers come up with 1 run on a couple of hits, there was an error and 2 runners left on base. We've played 4 and we're tied at 3. Latta and Mangum. Classic Hits 97.7.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Classic Hits 97.7, and on the PA speakers here, they're playing Play That Funky Music White Boy by Wild Cherry. Songs that you can hear with Michael in the morning, 6 to 9, Monday through Friday on Classic Hits 97.7. But here's my point about that. I'm watching the kids. They are kids. They're your age, Dylan, and your buddy's age over there, Martin, and they're dancing to a song that was popular on the radio 40 plus years ago. Fellas, this just in. You guys, the songs that are popular now for you guys, and those girls down there dancing to Wild Cherry, play that funky music, white boy, I guarantee you, 42 years from now, ain't nobody going to listen to that crap that you guys got going on. I'm just saying. All right? I am just saying. Now, I will admit there are some things in my iTunes account that are current, but most of it is not. But I can promise you, I won't be around 42 years from now, but I promise you, when you guys have kids, they're not going to be listening to this stuff. That's just not going to happen. All right, here we go. Top half of inning number 5 set to get underway. And it'll be Jet McAlexander, Jalen Warner, and Colton Laughlin due up for the Tigers as they and the Panthers are tied at 3 here in the 5th. First pitch to McAlexander popped up into shallow right field. Bird coming on, and he looks up into the nighttime sky, makes the catch for out number 1. Jet now 0 for 3 in the ball game. And ball started out, looked like it was going to be on the infield, and the second baseman Schroeder was going to make the play, and the wind just kept pushing it into shallow right field. Bird came on to make the catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Jalen Warner. Warner walked and scored ahead of the 3-run home run off the bat of Brooks Cross. Back to the screen, 1-0 on Warner. Jalen been on board both times. Singled in the second, and as we mentioned, walked and scored an inning ago. 1-0 pitch on the way to the left fielder. Rolled foul back to the screen. 1-1 on Warner. Yeah, Wild Cherry 76. Sophomore year of high school. We would listen to that before we went to football practice. I have no idea why we selected that song, but we did. That pitch over the head of Warner, back to the screen, 2-1 on Jalen. It was the only hit for Wild Cherry as well, but it was a good one. Yeah. So Warner ahead in the count, 2-1 here as we play in inning number 5. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And the count now 2-2 on Warner. It has gotten to that time of the evening, especially with these clouds, visibility a bit of a problem. 2-2 pitch on the way here. A little bit low for a ball. The count now full. 3-2 on Warner. Jalen trying to get on board for the 3rd time here this afternoon. Payoff pitch on the way. Line shot and diving and making the play will be Rylan Reed. Oh, what a play by Reed. That ball continued to slice away from him. We thought it was going to get down, but Reed showing jets at the end. Full extension and the catch for the out. So 2 outs now for Mangum on a dazzling play by Rylan Reed out in center field. The thing about it is, if Reed does not make that play, that ball gets by him and rolls. So a great play by Reed. Second out of the inning, and here's Colton Laughlin. Laughlin has struck out, reached on an error. He scored on Brooks's home run. Cold strike, and it's 0-1. Colton's kind of like, dude, if you're going to call that a strike, I get it when I'm on the bump in the bottom half of the 5th. Laughlin takes downstairs for a ball. And that'll run the count to 2-1 on Colton. Chance to help himself here. Tied at 3. 2-1 pitch on the way. Cold strike, and that'll level it at 2-2. Three in the top of the 4th inning for Mangum, and 1 each in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for Latta. Ground ball foul, third base side. It'll stay 2-2 on Laughlin. Gray sky, and what is it now? 7:51, so the gloaming beginning to move in as well. Light's not taking full effect. 2-2 pitch here. Swing and a miss. Laughlin gone on strikes, and the inning is over just like that. 1-2-3. Mangum goes quietly in inning number 5. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on board. After 4.5, we're tied at 3. Mangum and Latta on Championship Radio. Classic Hits 97.7.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stonecutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
Well, our old buddy Mike Gerald's listening into the broadcasts. And Mike, good to have you alongside, friend. Thank you. He says, let's go Tigers. Let's finish this thing. Mangum and Latta tied at 3 as we play here in inning number 5. The winner coming back and playing tomorrow in the semifinals against the top-ranked and undefeated Silo Rebels. Silo 32-0 on the year as they won their 32nd game of the year, beating Hartshorn earlier 7-1. Dale shut out Christian Heritage 11-0. And Oaktahaw beat Wellston 9-1. So Dale and Oaktahaw tomorrow morning at 11. And then at 1:30, Silo gets the winner of this one. Bottom half of inning number 5, and due up here in the frame for Latta. It'll be Derek Van Atten, Dawson Dansby, and Tucker Abney. First pitch on the way here, lifted foul and out of play on the right side. Van Atten down in the count 0-1. He flied to center his first time around, singled and drove in a run in the third. 1 for 2 in the ball game. Boy, you've got all the elements now when it comes to the weather, right? It's just, as I said, difficult to see the baseball given the conditions. Pitch downstairs for a ball. 1-1 now on Van Atten. This is the third day in the last 4 that Latta's been playing baseball. Had a notion, laid off a pitch in the dirt, did Van Atten. 2-1 now on Darren. Had a chance to listen to them a couple of times earlier this week on our Fox Radio Network station, 1420 KTGS, with Chad Fox on the call. They beat Hobart a couple of times. 2-1 pitch on the way here. Back to the screen. The count now 3-1 on Van Atten. And I would think at this point of the ball game it will be a short leash for Colton Laughlin. In fact, I think if Van Atten gets on here, we see a pitching change. Called strike. Not so fast, my friend. Van Atten ready to toss the bat away to jog down to first base because he thought he walked. The umpire said strike. And the count now full 3-2. Here's the pitch from Laughlin. Lifted high behind home plate. Laughlin going to give chase in front of the Mangum dugout. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Well, we talked about all the room in foul territory. We've talked about how difficult it is to locate the baseball, and you saw that there with Sean Booth. He looked up into the nighttime sky, couldn't find the ball. Laughlin had it all the way, sprinted from the bump to just in front of the Mangum dugout, make the catch for out number 1. Nice play by Colton. So here's Dawson Dansby. Dansby first pitch swinging, strike, and it's 0-1 on Dawson. Dansby grounded out in the second, reached on an error in the third. He's 0 for 2. Curveball snapped over the plate for strike 2. 0-2. Dansby dancing away from that one, but a called strike. Colton, a little extra twirl on that one. 0-2 offering on the way. Down in the dirt. And count 1-2 now on Dawson Dansby. Tied at 3 here in the 5th. Mangum and Latta. That one off the fist, back behind the screen, and it'll stay 1-2 on Dansby. Check, see if my beloved Royals are playing tonight. They have been down in Houston the last couple of nights. Cold strike 3. Dansby fooled on that one, and he has gone on strikes. 2 gone now for Tucker Abney. Abney struck out looking his last time around. He's 1 for 2, singled, scored a run in the 2nd. So Laughlin now, 5 strikeouts, and 3 of those are the backwards K variety. Pitch a little bit outside for a ball. The count 1-0 now on Tucker Abney, the third baseman for Latta. One pitch on the way to Abney. Curveball is a beauty, and the count level at 1-1. NBA playoffs going on. 76ers and the Raptors. And they've got 5:59 left in the first half. Philadelphia leading Toronto 42-35. Raptors leading that best-of-7 series 3-2. Count 1-1 here on Tucker Abney. Line shot right back through the middle. Hit the mound and knocked it down. There to field the ball and make the play, Chet McAlexander for out number 3. Boy, Abney hit it on the button, but it hit the mound, slowed it down. McAlexander stayed with it all the way, made a strong throw for out number 3. And going quietly here in the 5th will be Latta. 3 up, 3 down, nothing doing for the Panthers in their half of the 5th. We'll go to the 6th, tied at 3 on Classic Hits 97.7.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go hand in hand when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, here we go. Top half of inning number 6. Due up, Brooks Cross for Mangum. He will be followed by Leighton Ketchum and then Skyler Scott. Cross on the ball game. 2 for 2. He's got a single and a 3-run home run. Tied at 3 as we go to the 6th inning of play. First pitch on the way to Brooks. Had a notion, laid off a pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Steve Kerr of the Golden State Warriors confirming that Kevin Durant out for the rest of the series with the Houston Rockets. Golden State leads that series 3-2, but it goes back to Houston for 6 and 7. And again, KD done for the tournament. 1-0 pitch on the way here. Downstairs for a ball, 2-0. Mama, let your babies grow up to be quarterbacks. Kyler Murray signing a 4-year, $35 million contract with the Arizona Cardinals. Downstairs, 3-0 now on Brooksy. Cross ahead in the count, 3-0, and can be very particular here. 3-0 pitch. Called strike, and it's 3-1 now on Cross. Being very careful with Cross as he hit that home run a moment ago. 3-1 pitch. He went around 3-2, trying to hold up, couldn't get it done. Count full now on Cross. Three-two pitch on the way to Brooks. Ground ball knocked down by the shortstop. Dansby the long throw, not nearly in time, and Brooks is 3 for 3 in the ball game. Cross got it underneath the glove of the third baseman, Tucker Abney, and Dawson Dansby fielded deep in the hole at short, but nowhere near in time to get Brooks Cross. So here's Leighton Ketchum. 0 for 1, struck out looking in the second, and then got hit by a pitch in the fourth. So the lead run over at first base for Mangum as we play here in inning number 6. Tied at 3. They will chase Cross back. Way in on the grass over at third base is Tucker Abney. See what Leighton does here. And a bunt, pops it up in the air, giving chase to the third baseman. Not going to get there. It was in foul territory. A good hustle by Tucker Abney, but couldn't get there. And the catcher, Jaron Johnson, kind of like what we saw Sean Booth earlier, couldn't find the baseball. Tough to do, no doubt about it, with all that gear on. So the count on Ketchum is 0-1. See if Leighton's going to bunt again. Tucker Abney certainly thinks so. He's weighing on the grass at third base. They'll chase Cross back. Brooks just a short lead over there. Showing bunt early in the sequence here is Ketchum. 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. The count level at 1-1. Brooks Cross at first base after picking up his third base hit in as many tries in this one. 1-1 pitch on the way here. Ketchum, ground ball to second, or a short rather, flip to second for 1, back to first, in time, double play. Pitcher's best friend right there. Ketchum rolling into the 6-4-3 double play. And just like that, the bases are empty and there are 2 going. Couple of hops to Dansby at short, and he flipped to Schroeder covering at second, through to first. Humphrey made the play for out number 2, and here's Scott. Scott, the 9th place hitter, trying to turn over the lineup here in inning number 6 for Mangum. Takes downstairs for a ball. The count 1-0 on Skyler. That started off as a promising inning for the Tigers, and now they're going to need some help from the 9th place hitter in their lineup, Scott. Scott is 0 for 2. He has struck out looking and rolled into a fielder's choice. Heading the count here, 2-0. Pitch on the way. Ground ball to third. Couple of hops picked up by Abney. He'll throw to first, and the inning comes to an end just like that. So Mangum with a hit to begin the inning, but the double play erased that, and it becomes a 1-2-3 affair. Mangum retired here in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on board. The double play took care of that. We'll go to the bottom half of the 6th. Tied at 3. Mangum and Latta, Championship Radio, Classic Hits 97.7.
Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma. Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, "Go Mangum Tigers." The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
Well, they talk about that timeless music, and they're playing one right now. It's the YMCA. We quickly figure out who can spell and who can't, and who has control of all their body parts, being able to spell out YMCA. It's why I never compete in that competition, because it's not happening for this guy. Thank you so much. Marissa Northcutt Clark, she says, let's go Panthers. Marissa, good to have you alongside. Cheryl Lynn Vineyard checking us out as well on OKSports.tv and on Facebook Live and on Classic Hits 97.7, the home of Michael in the Morning, 6 to 9, Monday through Friday. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. This is inning number 6 now for the Panthers. And the bottom third of the lineup due up here, Creed Humphrey, Zach Bird, and Cam Estep. Pitch on the way. Curveball downstairs for a ball. That'll level the count at 1-1 on Humphrey. Creed 0 for 2. Well, actually 0 for 1. He had a sacrifice RBI as he flied out to center field his first time around. Fisted this one foul on the right side. 1-2 now on Humphrey. He is also rolled out to the shortstop. 2-2? 2-1? All right, thank you. So the count 2-1, not 1-2. Dyslexia is a terrible disease. Now the count level at 2-2. Is it a ball? All right. Count 3-1. Thanks, Dylan, for helping out. 3-1 pitch. Outside ball 4. So base on balls to the Creed Humphrey, and Humphrey aboard for the first time in the afternoon and evening. He'll face Zach Bird now with Colton Laughlin. Bird singled his first time around, got caught looking in the fourth. He's 1 for 2. Bird shows bunt, pulls the bat back, takes it for a ball, 1-0. Creed Humphrey over at first base, representing the lead run in the ballgame for Latta. Tied at 3 here in the bottom half of inning number 6. And the hour going late for both ball clubs. Humphrey, short lead over at first base. Laughlin delivered on the mound. Now the pitch. Bird shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a strike, and the count even at 1-1 on Zach Bird. Thank you. This just in. 48 degrees here in lovely downtown Shawnee. Throw over to first base. Wind chill is at, what did you say, 43? All right. Glad we're inside and not outside. Football weather in May. Bunt. Foul. No, he didn't get a piece of it. Bird just simply missed everything. 1-2 now on Zach. Cam Estep waiting in the on-deck circle. Bottom third of the lineup now for Latta. They have scored single runs in innings 2, 3, and 4. Bunt out in front of home plate. That will go foul. And that'll be the first out of the inning. A Bird tried to kill it in the grass, but had too much top spin on it. And it went foul, so he is gone on a strikeout bunt attempt with 2 strikes. So Cam Estep now will bat. Estep struck out to end the second and then singled and scored a run in the fourth. He's 1 for 2. Well, they had the runner leaning the wrong way, but Humphrey wasn't off the bag very far and was able to hustle back in there. See how Mangum plays this defensively. You got to wonder if Estep's not bunting. Showed it late, ball in the dirt, smothered by Booth, and the count 1-0 on Cam Estep. Winner will get Silo tomorrow in a semifinal matchup. The other half of the semifinals will feature Dale taking on Oaktahaw. Bunt, foul, and it's 1-1 now on Estep. By the way, they did a pretty good job, they being those that determine rankings for the OSSAA, as the final rankings came out on, April the 22nd. Silo was ranked number 1. They're still in it. Mangum, Dale, they were in the top 5, as was Oaktahaw and Latta. So 6 of the 8 teams in this tournament were in the top 8 when the season ended. Another bunt attempt, not a very good one. And Estep now down in the count 1-2. Frustrated with himself, slams the bat on the ground. The only 2 teams that were not in the top 8 at the end of the year, Wellston at number 9 and Hartshorn at number 15, have both been eliminated here. Right now you've got a 4-5 game going on with Mangum, or 5-6 game with Mangum and Latta. Another bunt attempt, and again, another strikeout as that ball was fouled. So Latta trying to bunt their way through this one, but they have struck out twice now on foul tips on bunts. So 2 down, and Humphrey, who led off the inning with a walk, still over at first base. Back to the top of the order, though, we go. Rylan Reed. Reed, the left-handed hitter, singled his last trip, is 1 for 3 in the ballgame. As for time, he'll get it here. Well, now we're going to have another conversation between the Latta coach and the field umpire. And they're kind of pointing at Colton Laughlin like maybe Laughlin is not coming set. Jet McAlexander going to go over and say something to Colton as well. Colton kind of listened to the conversation, shrugged his shoulders, and said, okay. But given the way that conversation went, I think that was what the argument was, is that Laughlin was not coming to set before he delivered the ball. There he does. Ground ball into right field. That'll be a base hit, and they'll hold the runner at second base. So for the second time of the ball game, a seeing eye single for Rylan Reed as Mangum holding the runner Humphrey on board, and Reed just simply rolled it through that space between first and second. Got to get a courtesy runner here. I believe that's Cooper again that's going to be the courtesy runner. So runners at first and second now, 2 gone. And Jaron Johnston steps in. Johnston 0 for 3. He has struck out, grounded out, reached on an error. Runners at first and second, 2 gone. And again, Latta trying to bunt with 2 strikes with Zach Bird and Cam Estep, and both fouled it off. Both go down as strikeouts. And those are the 2 outs in the inning. So we get a pinch runner now. Not a courtesy runner, but it'll be a pinch runner instead. Jaron Johnston trying to keep the inning alive for Randis Gray, who's had a big night, although he flied out his last time around. But he is 2 for 3 in the ball game and would love to hit again with an opportunity to give his club the lead. See what Laughlin does here with Johnston. Number 2 hitter, pesky hitter indeed. Cold strike. Nope, said it was high and outside for a ball. Well, that looked pretty good. Wow. Thought for sure the umpire was going to raise his right arm and call a strike, but instead it's a ball, so the count 1-0 on Johnston. 1-0 pitch on the way here. Line drive, base hit, center field. Perry coming on. They're going to throw, send the runner. Here's the throw. Not in time. It bounces off of Booth, gets away from him, and rolls all the way back to the screen. That will allow the runners to move up to second and third. So Reed will wind up in third. Johnston will be at second base. Give him an RBI single. Throwing error. Scoring on the play was Creed Humphrey, and Latta back on top, 4-3. Wow. Great job by Perry to come get that ball quickly, and I think if the ball is fielded cleanly at home plate by Booth, they may have had a play, but it kind of short-hopped Sean and bounced away from him and allowed the runners to advance. So here is Randis Gray, his club up 4-3. Chance to help himself. Big cut, foul, out of play, 0-1. Gray, the pitcher of record for Latta. His club now leading in the bottom of the 6th inning, 4-3. 2 gone. Boy, Latta got to be questioning themselves on those 2 plays that they tried to bunt with 2 strikes. Those are the only outs of the inning. Pitch underneath the armpits of Gray for a ball. The count on Randis is 1-1. J.C. Ketchum is checking us out. She's got a Go Tigers going on. Lisa Wilson as well. 1-1 pitch on the way to Gray. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Laughlin. Got him to chase it outside. 1-2. So runners at second and third. 2 gone here in the frame. But Reed taking the lead. Latta 4-3. 1-2 pitch, again inside. Well, Laughlin thought he got it over the inner half of the plate, was headed to the dugout, but not going to get the call. And it'll stay 2-2. Still in the batter's box, Randis Gray. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Ground ball, McAlexander at short, sets, fires in time, and the inning will come to an end. But not before Latta comes up with a run. 1 run on 2 hits. There was an error and a couple of runners left on base. We have played 6. Latta leads it 4-3. Classic Hits 97.7.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Well, Mangum Tigers going to need some magic here as we go to the top of the 7th inning. They trail 4-3 and are 3 outs away from seeing their season come to a close sooner than they want. Due up for the Tigers here in their half of inning number 7 as we sit to go to work in the frame. Mangum will send to the plate. Top of the order, Brett Perry, Henry Lopez, and Sean Booth. Going to get a new pitcher for this group from Latta as well, as I believe that's Rylan Reed who's come on to pitch now for the Panthers. And it will be Reed coming in from center field to pitch here in the 7th inning for Latta. Left-hander that, at least in warm-ups, bringing some big-time heat. So this will be a fun matchup, lefty versus lefty, to begin the inning. Perry versus Reed. Brett wearing the collar against Randis Gray. He was 0 for 3 against Gray. Struck out in the first, grounded out in the third, grounded out in the fourth. Wind not blowing quite as hard as it was before. Still blowing towards that right field corner. 3-10 down the right field line. See if Perry can turn on a fastball here and tie it up in the 7th. So Rylan Reed versus Brett Perry to begin the inning for Mangum and Latta. Panthers on top, 4-3. First pitch on the way. Called strike fastball, 0-1. Looks like this good old-fashioned country hardball for Reed. He's just going to rock and fire and let you try to hit it. Fastball, strike 2. And no doubt about it. I mean, Reed, short, compact delivery. And I mean, the ball just explodes out of his hand. 0-2 pitch on the way to Perry. Downstairs for a ball, 1-2 on Brett. Rylan Reed's 1-2 offering on the way to Perry. Swing and a miss. Brett going on strikes. 1 gone here in the 7th for Mangum. And Rylan Reed did a good job there. Went way outside and got Perry to chase for the strikeout. So here's Henry Lopez. Been on board a couple of times. He grounded out in the first, walked in the third, singled in the fourth. Trying to keep it alive for Sean Booth and company. Pitch downstairs, and they count 1-0 on Henry Lopez. Mangum down to the last 2 outs. 1-0 pitch. Henry late on that fastball. And the count 1-1 on Lopez. Winter coming back, playing tomorrow at 1:30 as they will do battle with Silo. 1-1 pitch. Upstairs for a ball. 2-1 now on Lopez. You got the part of the lineup you want if you're Mangum. Down by a run here in the 7th. Lopez hits this one fouled out of play. And it'll level the count at 2-2 now on Henry. Reed gets the sign and a 2-2 pitch on the way to Lopez. Henry lifts it in the air towards right field. Bird coming on. Zach battling the wind and circles the wagons and makes the catch for out number 2. Or did he drop it? Oh, waiting for a call. Got to be honest with you, I can't see out there. He said he dropped the ball. Well, everybody up here is stunned by that call, but apparently he dropped the ball. Zach Bird. It looked like Bird caught it. Everybody in the press box thought it was a catch, but instead it'll go as E9. So Booth will bat with a runner at first base and one gone. That was one that caught everybody off guard up here. Booth looks downstairs at a ball, 1-0. Well, I mean, I'm telling you, that wind is tough, and it is difficult to see. That gloaming is there, and the lights haven't completely taken over, and Bird just simply lost the ball. Short lead for Henry over at first base. 1-0 pitch. Line drive. That is going to get down in the gap. Lopez rounding second. Mike Wentz waving him around third. They're going to send him. The throw cut off, and we're tied at 4. Sean Booth. Solid double into the gap in left center field. How about that? So the error leads to the tying run. Mangum not done yet. Booth on board for the second time of the ballgame. Got hit by a pitch back at inning number 1. Struck out looking in the third. Rolled out 3 unassisted in the fourth and a double to left center field and an RBI. Tying it here in the 7th. So now here's Jet McAlexander. McAlexander 0 for 3. He is grounded out, lined out, and flied out. So a pitching change in the 7th. Rylan Reed struck out Brett Perry to begin the inning. Fly ball to right field. Henry Lopez was dropped by Bird. And now a double by Booth. And they're still talking about Bird. Everybody thought he caught that ball. But apparently it came out of his glove, dropped it. And Lopez was safe and scored ahead of the double by Booth. We're tied at 4. 1-0 pitch to McAlexander. Jet takes his strike, and it's 1-1 on Jet. But Booth hit that ball hard into the gap, and we talked about how big this field is. And now we just kind of sat down, and Henry scored easily from first base. 1-1 offering on the way here to McAlexander. Jet. Foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Johnston. Strike 2, 1-2 on McAlexander. So Mangum is tied it. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Latta in their half of the 7th. 1-2 on McAlexander. Runner at second base. Here's the pitch. Outside and high. Ball 2. So Booth out at second base represents the lead run for Mangum. Boy, if you're Silo, you're just kind of like, you guys play as long as you like. 2-2 offering on the way here. McAlexander back through the middle. Base hit center field. They're going to send Booth. Sean headed to home. Throw is not in time. Mangum leads. How about that? Tigers getting it done in the 7th inning. McAlexander a single to center and an RBI, and Mangum on top 5-4. So Jalen Warner now will bat with 1 gone and 1 on in the 7th, and his club back on top. Warner singled in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 4th, line to center in the 5th. And again, boy, the inning started off in rather depressing fashion for Mangum. Brett Perry strikes out, fly ball to right field that everybody here in the press box thought was caught by Zach Bird. But suddenly, standing at first base was Henry Lopez, and he was called safe. The ball dropped by Bird. Booth, a double into the gap in left center field, chased home Lopez, and now a single to center by McAlexander scores Sean from second. And Mangum leads it 5-4. Cold strike to Warner. 0-1 on Jalen. I'm going to be honest with you. The way this inning started, I thought, okay, well, this is going to be over pretty quick. Mangum says no. This one's popped up on the infield. Calling for it is the second baseman, Schroeder. He'll make the catch for out number 2. So 2 gone here in the 7th. And that'll bring Colton Laughlin to the plate.
Now batting number 12, Colton Laughlin.
Laughlin. It'll be interesting to see if he goes out to the mound to begin the 7th inning. His club up by 1. 5 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors for Mangum. 4, 9, and 2 for Latta. That went back to the screen. The count 0-1 on Laughlin. Colton in the ballgame has struck out, reached on an error, and struck out. He's 0 for 3, but has a run scored. Mangum a pair here in the 7th to take the lead. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball, center field. And there to make the catch for out number 3 is Randis Gray. But not before Mangum comes up with a couple of runs in the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits. There was an error and a runner left on board. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Mangum 5, Latta 4. Classic Hits 97.7.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum specializes in reliable used vehicles. Here are a couple of examples of what's on the lot right now. Check out this 2016 Chrysler Town & Country Touring Edition, fully loaded, or this 2013 GMC Sierra SLE with leather interior, 4-door, 4-wheel drive, red with ebony leather, 95,000 miles, one owner, only $19,500. Jamie Turner is serving your automobile experience at 129 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum.
Pitching change made by Mike Wendt as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. He will flip-flop his pitcher and his shortstop. McAlexander to the bump, Laughlin to short. Mangum 3 outs away from the semifinals of the 2A tournament. How about that? Boy, they scored 2 runs in the top of the 7th inning. Pitching change made. Ryland Reed came on, struck out Brett Perry. Boy, you thought, yikes. Mangum scrapping all the way and doing their best Bee Gees impersonation. Ha, ha, ha. Staying alive, staying alive. It really hurts when I do that, by the way. So it'll be Darren Van Atten to lead it off here in the 7th. Darren Van Atten is the designated hitter in the ball game. Van Atten flying to center, singled, drove in a run in the 3rd, and fouled out to Colton Laughlin. Laughlin made a nice play on a foul ball in front of the Mangum dugout that Sean Booth could not find in the Coloman. Laughlin had it all the way and tracked it down. So here we go. Got to say hi to Lindsay Gilchrist Moore. She says, "Attaboy Jet." Debbie Delahunty Davis, whoop, whoop. Sandy Payne, go Jet. Heck yeah, Mangum, way to go, Denise York says. Bryce Peter checking it out, and he says, let's go. Also checking in, Linda Gilchrist Moore, Bernice Reeves, Kendra Barnes. She says, let's get it, Tigers, and Sherry Lauer Bowen. Hey, let's finish it, boys. Well, there we go. Bottom of the 7th inning. Mangum 3 outs away from the semifinals. Chet McAlexander now on the mound. He'll face Van Atten, Dawson Dansby, and Tucker Abney. First pitch on the way here, taken for a strike, and it's 0-1 off-speed pitch for McAlexander. And Mangum kids can feel it now, can't they, huh? 0-1 pitch on the way. Off the end of the bat, right at Brooks Cross at first base for out number 1. Little looping line drive. Brooksy stayed right with it for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone here in the 7th. Here's Dawson Dansby. Dansby grounded out in the 2nd, reached on an error in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th. He is 0 for 3. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and 1 more in the 6th. For Latta, they trail here in the 7th. Pitch upstairs for a ball. They count 1-0. They are scheduled to begin the tournament tomorrow morning at 11 as it will be Dale and Oaktahaw. And then the winner of this one will get number 1 Silo at about 1:30. And now McAlexander maybe having problems with his contacts. I love it. Henry Lopez runs over there, takes off Jet's hat for him. The rest of the infield come in and just kind of look at Jet like they can do something for him. Well, they could all be state employees, I guess, standing around looking at each other. I said that for everybody's benefits because I'm a state employee. I can say that. I can tell that joke. Thank you. What a pitch on the way here. Curveball taken for a strike, and a count 1-1. Governor Stitt, don't pay any attention to what I said. We need that $2,500 a year raise. 1-1 pitch. Downstairs for a ball. 2-1 now on Dawson Dansby. 2-1 pitch. Ticked foul. 2-2 now on Dawson Dansby. McAlexander trying to shut it down here in inning number 7. Mangum on top, 5-4. Wynn continuing to push towards right field. And we have seen it play havoc with balls all day long. Did he go around? Yes. Pitch in the dirt, picked up by Booth. He'll flip it down to Cross for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Mangum out away from the semifinals of the 2A state tournament. So that is a strikeout, throw him out. A good job by Booth to collect the baseball and make an easy toss down to Brooks at first base for out number 2. So here's Tucker Abney. Tucker singled and scored in the first, struck out looking in the third to end the inning, and grounded out to end the 5th. He does not want to make the final out of this one, I can promise you. Ground ball, third base, underneath the glove of Lopez, and into left field. Laughlin couldn't get there. Tucker Abney, a clutch 2-out single to begin here in inning number 7. Get a courtesy runner now for Abney, or maybe even a pinch runner. Creed Humphrey set to hit. Humphrey had a sacrifice fly to center field. Drove in the first run of the ball game for Latta. Grounded to short. Walked and scored in the 6th. He bats here with 2 gone in inning number 7, and his club down by 1. First pitch to Humphrey. Downstairs, Booth will smother it, and it's 1-0. It's been a tough night at times behind the plate for Booth, as there has been a number of wild pitches in the ball game, but here in the 7th inning in a 1-run lead, he is protecting at all cost. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1 on Humphrey. Healthy cut there for Creed. We've seen Brooks Cross ride one out of here towards right field, and Humphrey took a shot there. Runner at first. They'll chase him back. Count 1-1 on Humphrey. Zach Bird waits in the on-deck circle. Bird dropped that fly ball in the top half of the inning that everybody up here thought had been caught. Would love to atone for that here in the 7th. Led to the 2 runs scored by Mangum and gave them the lead. Pitch to Humphrey downstairs and again smothered by Booth. 2-1. I can only imagine the folks sitting at home listening on the edge of their chairs waiting on this one to come to an end. Mangum left for dead in the top of the 7th and scored a couple of times to take the lead. 2 gone in the bottom half of the inning. They lead by 1. Runner aboard. 2-1 pitch on the way. Humphrey looks at ball 3, 3-1. So Bird, who has struck out twice and singled, hoping beyond hope he can hit here in the 7th. 3-1 pitch on the way here. Ball 4, runners at first and second now. So much like Mangum, Latta refusing to go quietly into the night. Bird singled in the second, struck out looking in the fourth, and then tried to bunt with 2 strikes in inning number 6. He is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Runners at first and second, 2 gone. Mangum on top by 1. First pitch to Bird. Had a notion, ball gets away, rolls to the backstop, and the runners will advance 90 feet. Pass ball there, the official score says. And now the tying run is just 90 feet away for Latta. And the pressure to keep that ball in front and from going to the screen even larger now on Sean Booth. Wow. 5-4. We play here in the 7th. 1-0 pitch on the way. Again, down to the dirt, gets away from Booth, and here comes the run from third, and we're tied at 5. Oh, my goodness. And now the winning run is just 90 feet away. Bird ahead in the count, 2-0. Olivia Reyes-Cantu, Joy Parker, Jill DeRusha, Candy Richardson Stewie, Elaine Mills-Smith, Wanda Roberts, all hoping beyond hope that Mangum can keep this one tied and take it to the 8th inning. So the count 2-0 now on Zach Bird. Runner over at third base is Creed Humphrey. We are tied at 5. Pitch to Bird. Inside out swing. That will drop. And how about that? Latta will win it here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Unbelievable. It looked for all intents and purposes that Mangum was going to win the ball game as they scored 2 times in the 7th, took the lead. And then Zach Bird getting a chance to atone for his gaffe in the top of the 7th inning, which led to Mangum taking the lead. Drives in the winning run in the bottom of the 7th, and your final score 6 for Latta and 5 for Mangum. Wow. This one a heartbreaker for the Mangum Tigers. We're back after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Did you know the freshest, most beautiful, long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call to 580-782-2122. For fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts, make the trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, "Go Tigers."
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
Well, congratulations to Latta. Boy, I tell you what, you talk about snatching the jaws of defeat out of victory or something like that, as they once said on Wild World of Sports. That certainly happened here. Latta scoring 2 times with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning, and they eliminate Mangum by a final score of 6-5. 6 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors for Latta. 5 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors for Mangum. 2-out rally by Latta in the bottom of the 7th inning after Mangum had taken the lead in the top half of the inning. And you got to feel for Mangum, but then the thrill of victory for guys like Zach Bird. Remember, he dropped that ball in right field, but drives in the game-winning run in the bottom of the 7th inning. What a marvelous season it was for head coach Mike Wendt and his Mangum Tigers. It did not end the way that they had wanted. losing in the bottom of the 7th inning. They finish at 31-5, and that finishes our broadcast for the 2018-2019 season as well. And we had this big speech all lined up for semifinal Friday, because I got to tell you, I thought Mangum wins this bowl game and we come back tomorrow. But instead, we got to thank our sponsors right now, unfortunately, who have been with us all season long. We started back in August with Richard Carney's softball team. Then we had William Dickey's football team during the fall, basketball with Coach Carney and Coach Hussey as well, and then softball again with Carney and Went here in the spring. And it has been a fantastic season. Had the opportunity to work with some great young folks, and these kids going to hurt a whole lot tonight for guys like Henry Lopez and Jet McAlexander and some of the other seniors that we've known for a long time. But again, they had a chance to come here and play, and they were an out away from advancing to the semifinals. Our thanks to Dylan Fox, to Chad Fox, Tanner Fox, and we got to get Mama Fox in there as well, because she's taking care of the graphics all season long. A tough ending to the 2018-2019 Mangum High School sports campaign. But you know what? If you're going to lose, you lose in the bottom of the 7th inning with 2 outs. And happened to Mangum here tonight, losing to Latta 6-5. Best of luck to the Panthers. You folks that listened in from that part of the country, thank you for tuning in and being a part of our broadcast here on Championship Radio and the home of Michael in the Morning, 6 to 9, Monday through Fridays. We are Classic Hits 97.7. This is radio the way it should be.